Hi guys, Karg here, and today I thought we would hop into something a little different. I do want to maybe expand my roster of games that I get into. I'm still gonna be doing Project Zomboid. I'm probably gonna keep that to like a Friday schedule, but I'll be seeing about like adding more games throughout the week. So maybe something on Thursday, maybe something on Wednesday if I remember to do something earlier than record earlier than Wednesday night. But yeah. Today I kind of wanted to show you one of my favorite numbers go up games, and I say it like that because everyone, I don't want to say everyone, but most people have one of their favorites in that genre, be it like Supermarket Simulator or clicker of some type, like a cookie clicker or something like that. You know, where you do a thing, you make money, and then you try to do the same thing but more or better. And so yeah, I kind of wanted to show you guys the one that I found on Steam. It's been a lot of fun, and it kind of gets hectic, at least the way I play it. I have been trying to think of ways to make it less hectic for myself, but yeah, I'm just going to hop into it. Another game has just like your 4 basic seasons, like your winter, fall, spring, summer, and each season is 28 days or something like that. And I've already looped through back to winter just once, and you'll kind of see that it's kind of, the store is huge. It's like maxed out store, maxed out seller, and stuff like that. I just kind of want to show you, how things look real deep into the game, and then I'm gonna start a new one with you guys to show you where it began. That's right. So here's my store. Gonna turn on some lights. You don't have to have the lights. They just, I don't know, help you see, and some of them look pretty nice, but if you get the game to try out, you really only need like the lights just to see for yourself. I've never seen a customer complain about the lights. And then I'm just gonna set this to open. I have cleaning assistant, and then I've got 3 cashiers. And I got the decoration. Decoration is only important for the reputation up here. If I can get it, there we go. Reputation. The higher your reputation, the higher capacity, and the higher capacity is how many customers will visit your store in a day. So as it sits, without any sort of extra work, I will have 101 customers visit the store. Now, this over here is the cellar. Any product left in here won't age. So, see, like these green apples say they have 4 days. As long as they stay down in the cellar, they don't lose any of that, and they never go bad. And I've got a fully... God, they're so annoying. I have a fully maxed out one, which means I have this whole lower floor and this upper floor to work with. I have yet to fill it up with stands to hold stuff. And then here's my garden. You start off the game in its tutorial, just kind of teaches you with just this little slot here, but as you can see, it's kind of gotten ridiculous. Why didn't you... And there are things like ready to go, but I just do not have the room. Either in my cellar or in my store. And I could probably do with like a remodel, like sell all the stands and get new stands to try and fit more things. But this is one of those situations where I don't know if doing a whole remodel is going to be worthwhile, or if I should just start fresh and take all the knowledge I've taken from here, into a new game. which I think I'm gonna do, maybe with you guys. Maybe make it a little bit of a series if you guys like this. If not, this will just be a one-off. Not gonna try and force, you know, people to keep watching this. But yeah, everything when you place it down is set at a price, but you can change them. I don't know why they allow you to change them any time of the year, because if I were to mark this up even just one coin, I guess, I'm not sure what the currency is, but even if I just marked it up one time, customers would complain, and it's really annoying because every time there's a complaint, your reputation goes down by a point or a couple of points depending on what the issue is. Also, in the tutorial of the game, they teach you that you can throw out things in this little fire bin, but I then quickly found out this guy over here, when you scrap like the boxes stuff came in, you get some money back. And I then kind of found out by you know, reading on the wiki that essentially these are kind of like your labels in Supermarket Sim. So like this empty bag of hazelnut, if I had the cellar assistant, they would go down into the cellar and look for a bag of hazelnuts and then bring it out to refill these when stuff was getting low. So there is a way to automate like restocking and stuff like that, but I just, like I said, it was my this is my first save file, kind of going into it, and I've just been running amok the entire time. You are pretty fast about speeding around town, so the way I've been playing, it's kind of felt a little bit like Played Up, where you're not in a panic, but you're like, I gotta make as much profits as I can during the day. But yeah, it's gotten to a point where I don't even really have to worry about that. You can see my money up here. Yeah, so my rent is almost 10,000, maintenance is about 5,000. That's, I guess, as I'm explaining things, so you have an understanding. For every like cellar expansion or market expansion or barn expansion or farm expansion, for every single one of those, your rent goes up. And rent is something you can't really get rid of. It's not, once you got it, you have it. Maintenance, however, is any item that you're currently using that would take like a toll on your money. So like these distilleries here that I have for making alcohol and stuff like that, each one of these costs like 50 C maintenance. Actually, I can just go look at them from the guy that makes them. No, it's 80. My mistake. 80 maintenance, 150 maintenance, 120, 50. And that's kind of like rent, but you can get rid of it. Like if I didn't want to pay all the maintenance fees, I could just grab these up and toss them in the little shredder device to get some money back. But they're a little too useful, and I make a little bit too much money to have that as a worry anymore. So just refill my wine. Oh, come on, there we go. Ooh, I forgot some stuff here. I'm surprised nobody was yelling about that. Yeah, so I do. That's kind of the other big problem with having so many items. Is that it's very easy to Like, these guys have 1 day left, so if I snooze through the night and forget these guys, they become rotten items. And that's not good, usually, for your reputation, but I guess nobody saw these two. I don't know how they didn't see them, but they didn't. So we're just gonna toss these out. Which, luckily, you still get half the money's worth of whatever. So if there's 14 in here, and you'd get 14 times 119 for its normal price, you get half that when you salvage it. Which is not always a lot, but it is a nice like consolation prize if you forget. Anyway, I thought I had things I needed made, and that is... It's gonna trouble me, because I wasn't really prepping to do this video. Ooh, I can... Come on. But I thought it'd be nice to do something a little different. Like I said, those... Nope, not gonna do it. I guess one more thing to show is, because you've seen the market, you've seen the farm. The gardener fella, or farmer, and he sells you all the seeds and trees and whatnot. He also sells the bee boxes, which looks like 2 of them already with honey. I've got my greenhouses, so I can grow whatever crops whenever I want to. So that's another thing I guess I should mention, is that some of them have certain seasons, like you can only grow this in summer, only these in spring, fall, and then you have some winter crops. But you can grow whatever you want, whenever you want in the greenhouses. I guess the last thing to show, or one of the last things to show, is that this is your first main way of getting money. Is you come here, and at the very beginning of the game you have like 5,000, and they have you get a stall, and they have you don't have this many options when you start, but you buy a few items from kind of like the mainland and have them shipped here. And things are priced in such a way that regardless of what you pay, so like this is going to be 280 coins for 70 units of wheat. I can, as long as I have the money and I don't have to worry about the rent and the maintenance, I can purchase as many up to 40. So 40 is the limit, but I can purchase as many as I want, and I will make profit on that. The only time it is not profitable is if there's an event going on. And let me look at the calendar, because on events like tomorrow in game there's it's Valentine's Day, and it's strawberry chocolates, roses, cookies, honey, peach juice, gray fish, and regular fish. All of those items are, you can skyrocket the price to like 5 or 6 times their normal amount. So you want to have those items, you know, to sell, obviously, to make a whole bunch of profit on. But they will also go up in price out here. So ideally, like what I'm probably going to do here in a moment is I'm just going to order a whole bunch of them the day before and make a big profit. Yes, cat. There is also normally music to go along with this game, but I believe I read in one of the reviews that the music gets claimed, so I'm not gonna, you know, mess with that at all. Oh my lord. Alright, get all the cow and goat milk again, and I may find I don't need to do this, but I am an awful hoarder of items. I try not to let any of them go rotten, and I try to keep items that I can use in recipes. I guess to show real quick, like, since, you know, gooseberry, sugar, chestnuts, and green apples can all be used in a recipe, that's why when you come down here, there's green apples, there's gooseberries, there's some chestnuts around here somewhere. Chestnuts. I'm gonna turn this on so I can see. And I just keep them until I have enough of all said. Oh my. I wish there was a separate volume for the animals, not going to lie, because they are way too close and it gets annoying to hear. But, yeah, I'm kind of an awful hoarder of items that have potential to become something else, or running out of time, like these guys here, and it's already nighttime, so I guess kind of like a supermarket sim with nighttime. They're so annoying. Anyway, kind of like with supermarket sim, night is forever. So this is your time to really look through and prep things. But also things can't really advance, like crops aren't going to grow, or cows aren't going to get more milk, or chickens not going to until the day passes. So this is kind of like your wind down time. And unlike supermarket sim, you don't get to choose when your uptime starts. It just goes. So if I had just, you know, started the video and tried to explain everything whilst just standing here, you know, out at the front, the whole day would have passed probably before I got finished, and no sales would have been made. So, yeah. I'm hoping we made profit. I'm at a point in the game where it doesn't really faze me one way or another if we make profit or don't. Because I just have too much money. There's people that have like, I guess like millions or billions. Or they have a huge amount of coinage because, you know, you just get to a point with these types of games. And then most normal people start over and try to optimize it again. I've made a little bit of room with the rest of these. And I guess that is one way I could have optimized, was if I had found out sooner, I could have just had 2 or 3, like, say like wine barrels just sit over there so I can pick them up when I want to, or not, so I could get the restocker and have the restocker like just fill things up, and I could have things where they are all the time instead of kind of randomizing it. So today 20 days left on that. Almost all bread. The only issue I think I might have with the restocker is like how I'm trying to preserve things. I have a feeling that they would just grab those items and try and stock them again, which would be a major issue. Mostly because I don't like to waste potential profits. So I don't like throwing things into the grinder if I don't have to. what were the items again? Strawberry chocolate rose. I have a whole bunch of roses. I might be willing to part with those for uptick in money. Cookies, honey. I think I have plenty of honey. Peach juice. And I'm not going to worry about the fish because fishing, while profitable, takes forever and I don't really like messing around with it. The regular fish is one that you can get just with the traps. So guess I should let you know that there's fishing stuff. And you can technically have an unlimited amount of stock if you're willing to go out and fish during, you know, the endless night. You can kind of see that like in there's a bluish gray fish. That's a regular fish. And then there's also brown fish. Both of those are usually pretty good sales, especially early on, if you're willing to put out enough of the traps. Yeah, what was it again? Strawberry chocolate, rose, cookie. So strawberry chocolate, cookies, peach juice. It's one day, so I'm only gonna purchase like 2 of the strawberry chocolates. There's the peach juice. Oh. There we go, peach juice. Get a couple of those. And I think... oh yeah, cookies. Almost forgot. You see, I could purchase cookies, but instead, I'm just going to purchase some wheat and I'm going to make some cookies. I'll show you how the... I don't know if I have enough for 5 batches of cookies, but we'll see. But yep. There's the market. Yeah. So, I mean, we still came out ahead, which is great. I forget. Is there special decor I can get for the different holidays? And, okay. I didn't know that to begin with, so that's something I guess you guys are finding out right now, is that along with all the other reputation items, there's certain event ones that you can get to. Very nice. I guess I get to show you the cable car here. I probably should have just opened the store, but there's a good possibility that customers would have started complaining because there wasn't their item that they were looking for in there. So I am so glad that there isn't like spill out where things can fall out of the containers. I would be in so much trouble. Alright, since I don't have any of these stocked, they should go straight. Oh, they didn't. Mark that bad boy up. Absolute profits on the chocolates. I didn't miss anything, right? Everything else is good. Fantastic. Still don't need to pick those. We do have fresh honey to sell. Just 2 things of it. That should be fine. Like I said, it's a single day. So I may not even sell all of the product. Let's see here, and then, oh yeah, cookies. Cookies are... Oh, right. If the devs somehow ever see this video, can you guys add a separate slider specifically for the animal sounds? Please and thank you. I guess I don't have 5 worth unless... Nope. It'll be fine. So just 4 batches of cookies. If I have the almonds for them. Oh, almonds. I also need to get the roses up there. I just remembered. Nope, nope, don't. Put the chestnuts down. Right, we don't have... I don't know why I picked up a 5th one when we don't have 5. Then it's eggs. So... 2, 3, 4... Grab a thing of roses. Plonk this bad boy down. And here goes the most complicated crafting in all of any game. Nope. Put that back. Oh, so complicated, huh? There we go. Instant profit. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go. Don't pick up a cookie, sir. Now we just need to make some more of those. And the nice thing about doing it that way, like crafting it yourself, is that if it's an event that's over multiple days, like 3 or 4 days, and you run out of something, 9 times out of 10, the price of like the components to make said item don't go up. So you can kind of circumvent the price getting higher to purchase stuff through the ship. And then, since I made these cookies with like same price items that I normally would, if they don't all sell out, I don't get a profit decrease. And this is kind of why I said it has a little bit of kind of played up to it, where you're frantically trying to make everything work. Except most days, at least up until this point, it was farming, greenhouse, things off the boat, tending to the animals, all that fun stuff in rapid succession. while also trying to keep everything stocked. I just have too much at this point in time to really worry about that anymore. Yeah, you. Come on. I think it just made bread. Bugger. Sometimes you can cheese it by throwing things in there like that, but I think it just made bread. Yep. Which is not a bad selling item, it's just not cookies. Okay, I have to turn that down a little bit. And whatever music I find for this, I might have to turn up. But you'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of the game. Like I said, I'm going to show you like how things started here in a bit. Oh my word. Okay. Capacity 182. Is that because it's an event? I guess I never paid attention to the other events that they skyrocket the amount of people that come in. I may have noticed physically just seeing them being like, oh, it seems like a lot of people today, but I never actually paid attention to that. There's so many one-day items. Honestly, I may just have to start throwing things out. Or just build it up better, you know, like from the get-go. Just build things up better. But until I decide to do that, I'm just going to be stubborn and store all these one-day left items up here in the cellar. This evening, nobody is purchasing these, so I'm just gonna start the process. Okay. Hate all the extra noise from the cows. I know it's a small thing, and they do make me profit, because they allow me to make bread and the like pretty cheaply. It's just very annoying to have to hear them all the time. Can you guys figure things out, please? They both tried to shift in the same direction, so they're just gonna be stuck there a while. That one. Anything else going? 5 days. No fish. So much cabbage. All right. Guess I did empty out one box because you can stack items together. I should probably do that with all the cabbage I have. Because this is a little ridiculous. Any last bundles? Yes, we do. One thing to note is that you can use your backpack as kind of a mini seller if you only have like 1 or 2 items that are about to go off. So if you get the game and you're like, I don't have enough for a seller upgrade, don't worry. Just if you have a backpack, stick in the backpack and go to sleep. It'll be fine. Oh, everything's fine. I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna come back down here in the morning, and it's not going to be. But oh, I did forget to check my greenhouses because I was a little too anxious to get here. Go ahead and sell that since it's no longer a little holiday. Just prices. I'll worry about that later. It only saves when you go to sleep. So everything I'm doing at this point is just kind of not really something to worry about. Let's see here. This is the giant sprinkler that I kind of cheat a little bit and move about just to water the greenhouses instead of having to use the watering can that they give me. I believe it's here. Yep, oranges. I've got so many winter crops, it's ridiculous. And more at the ready for when those get pulled. But yeah, let me back to menu. I want to show you real quick how that starts. It's day one. Look at the baby store. It's adorable. Get a stand from the lumberjack. Well, there's all sorts of stands. Different prices, different... I don't want to say different uses, because they'll just hold stuff. The only one that's a different use is the fish one. Specifically for catching live fish. The other thing is that all the wooden ones have a pretty steep maintenance fee, whereas the stone ones have a really low maintenance fee. Which, you know, at the start of the game, it is, I don't want to say it's super important to go with like a low maintenance, but the stone ones cost a whole bunch. As you can kind of see, these two are the same thing, it's just one is wood and one's stone. The stone one's 500 up front and only 12 maintenance, whereas the wooden one is only 100 up front and it's 24 maintenance. So, you know, you have to kind of go with what you're willing to work with, but this guy right here is kind of one of the best ones to go with. Either this guy or the big flat one. Either one will work. But this one has the lowest cost up front and the pretty decently low maintenance. Wants us to order goods. They do kind of step you through this. There is a part of the process I don't mess with anymore because I don't like it, but see, we only have about 4,000 we're gonna put in, and they do give us, you know, money for doing the missions or whatever, but gonna 2 carrot, uh, 4 carrot. And it's off to bed. You see, the workshop isn't open. Yeah, 50 monies for sleeping. Off to the ship. Right, I don't have my bag. These bags are not a thing, so you only have 1 inventory spot at the beginning. I am so used to that by now that I'm probably going to do that a couple times where I try to pick up multiple items and then can't. Just gonna walk it in. We're gonna open this because it usually takes customers a moment to figure out what they're getting anyway. Set the price of an item. How about at the price it's marked for? Because that works. I had to open it for mission. Or quest, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they officially call the tutorial besides just things to do. And look at that, you don't even have to count any change. You just put the items in a non-existent grocery bag and you accept their money. View events on the calendar at the bazaar. Yep, there's the Herb Fest in a couple days. Valentine's and Christmas stuff. Get a light as a decoration. Get the cheapest one I can. Actually, I guess there is cheaper. The cheapest one would be the really simple torch, but I'm usually not one to worry about looks too much, but that to me looked really tacky the first time I saw that, so I was just went with these little candles on the stick, or candle holder. Get a broom to clean the market. Surprised it actually hasn't yelled at me about that yet. Just gonna set that here. You just leaving a little dirt spot. I have to clean up a dirt spot from you guys. If you want to come make a mess, please do. There we go. Perfect. I'm only gonna do this once, but off into the fire pit. Such a waste of monies. And while you're picking between that one box of carrots over and over again, I'm just gonna... Hello, sir. Here's all the expansions. We just want the farm or the mission. And people aren't happy because I don't have any product left. Too bad. And just in case you're curious, you do get a bit of a speed boost doing the bunny hops, so you're gonna be doing that a lot. Like this. Beautiful thing is, once you've tilled it one time, you never have to till it again. This want me to get cabbage. Takes 5 days to grow. And I don't really have the money to also purchase other things, because I know it's going to ask me to... Yes, watering can, because that's very pertinent for today. Permissions. This is you can order more stuff from the ship. There's a lot of ones that are just halfway decent to get just any which way, but I found like the processed foods seem to work out pretty well, just because most of them don't have a expiration date, so you can purchase them and just, if you get enough of them, you can just stock them forever. It doesn't want me to even mess with that. Wants me to buy a horse. Hello, horse. And then you're able to put, I think it's like 3 things on this side and 3 things on this side, and he will follow you. But he is slow as molasses. You're a thing. Can I slap this on him? Yeah, 3 things on each side. And then you have to be very specific to pick them up off them. But I'm gonna be absolutely fair. I don't like the horse, and it's 100 maintenance that they kind of force onto you right off the rip. So I'm just gonna take this trough now. I'm just gonna throw it into the grinder over here, because it's trash. I'm gonna go visit this lady here for a small bag, because I don't I mean, I might have been able to get the medium one, and I would have had to been really careful with purchases, but I'm just going with the small, so I actually have inventory space. And it's going to be amazing. Well, not really amazing, but it's going to be good. Okay, even. That's literally all I can do for the day. I mean, I could get a fishing rod and fish. But that would also take a million years to get all the fish. That might actually be the play for the best money right off the bat. It would be 500 for the stand, and 45 maintenance, and 300 for a fishing rod. And then you just sit here and fish until the fishing rod breaks. And you'll have more than enough fish to stock the little shelf, the little water shelf with fish. And that's actually a bad idea. But I also don't think that's a very entertaining idea, because it literally takes forever. Because I've done that. Purchase, like, once I had enough money to get like a boat and go out there into deep fishing areas, and I'd have like 2 or 3 fishing rods, and I would deplete the durability on the fishing rods, all of them, then come back and be stocked for ages with fish. So that is 100% an option. But I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to show you briefly, you know, this is like your startup. And you have to be really careful with that money. Yeah. 224 out of my money there, so I have about 2,000 to mess with. But yeah, that was just gonna be, you know, my quick little video on it. Probably not super quick, but it's almost an hour. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a really fun game. If you're a fan of, say, like, you know, like I said, the cookie clicker games, the supermarket sim, supermarket together, grocery store sim, stuff like that, you know, where you purchase an item to sell, you sell it, make profit, and purchase more, or in this case, grow. I mean, you do a little bit of purchasing, a little bit of growing, a little bit of fishing. So that might make it interesting and or different enough for you to peek at. And if you're unsure, if you don't want to spend, I think this game's only $10. And if you are unsure if you want to spend the $10 and its normal price, there is a prologue, which is just a demo that gives you a taste of the ordering from the ship, taking care of the customers in the shop, and the farming aspect. You don't get the fishing or the trees or the apiaries and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.